Welcome back to another video. We may be doing a new video format like this. It seems nice and peaceful. You know, instead of just like having the background of the Crusaders riding, which isn't bad either, at least you get some actual video. Like, it's not much. It's, you know, my phone is now sitting on a tripod, so at least it's not shaking like before. But you know, I come to this lake every morning with my kid, who's just a little bit to the left of what you can see here in this view. And it's just, I want you guys to see and enjoy what I'm enjoying if possible. But yeah, I have a few updates, I suppose. One is just what I just said. You know, this might be the new video format a little bit, or at least when I do a free speech. Sorry, that's not what I mean. Like a monologue, free form, not anything written down, not me reading a news article and then giving my opinion like I do on my finance channel or other videos I've done on this channel. This is more free form, like kind of like getting back to the roots of what I used to do. You know, I used to live in a different area, and I take my kid on walks every day, as you know, and there would be a topic that I'd discuss, but I didn't have notes or anything in front of me, and I just free form it. So that's my first update. You know, the second update, just on that mail delivery stuff. If you follow me on Social Galactic, which some of you do, you know that I mentioned that I didn't get the book that I ordered from the Kurgan. Well, it did come the next day. So I kind of feel bad thinking the worst, that porch pirates took it away, stole it. And then Amazon delivered it the next day. They just marked it as delivered 24 hours earlier, which is like, what? Why? Like, I don't understand that. But I guess Amazon is capable of making a mistake in that regard. I have never had them do that before. And the area that I come from, porch pirating is majorly a thing. I've had multiple packages stolen. We've had family heirlooms stolen. Like when my first son was born, my son was born. I have another coming, but hasn't been born yet. When my son was born, one of my woman's family members sent her an heirloom, and it was stolen in the mail. We never saw it. We used to have packages stolen all the time out of that stupid city we lived in. We're out of there, but my mind can't help but think the worst when Amazon misses a delivery, which is what happened. So I did get the Kurgan's book. It is now sitting on my bookshelf. By the way, I built a bunch of wall-mounted shelves because of all the books I've been ordering. It is super cool to build your own library if you like reading books. I'm gonna stop using Kindle. Kindle is awesome, but there's something about a hard copy that's so much better. Yeah, you gotta lug it around, you gotta move it when it comes time to moving. You can lend them out though, and if anything happens to the internet, I'll still always have my hard copy books unless they get burned. I did get the Kurgan's book, Reclaiming the Catholic Church, and I will be diving into it as soon as I finish There Will Be War. There Will Be War is a big, big book. Every short story has been memorable, except for a few that I more or less didn't care for as much, but they're awesome. And I still haven't figured out if I'm going to review the book in one big video or just do little reviews on each short story, because they kind of deserve their own reviews. I have yet to post anything to my Romans book review channel, but when I do, I'll let you know about it. Third thing I wanted to tell you is that literally I'm living on the edge of what could be the world's first actually recorded fire-nado, or fire tornado. We here in where I'm at in northern Nevada have, just on the other side of the border in California, we can actually see, well, it looked honestly like a nuclear bomb went off or a volcano was exploding from where I was. Not like we didn't have like an explosion or a shockwave or anything like what just happened in Beirut, but the plume was so big it looked like, you know, one of those volcanoes that had just gone off. It was honestly a wonderful sight to behold. Now I know that like 20,000 acres have burned, and that's not good, but from where I was, it was actually quite pretty. And it did cover the entire city in smoke last night. We all had to stay indoors. The air quality was incredibly bad, but whatever. It was very interesting. If you haven't heard about it, you can Google it, but fire nados are a thing. And yeah, what else? if you're not following political news, the storm, QAnon, Spygate, you should know that there was a big breakthrough in Durham's case. John Durham is one of the attorneys working with Bill Barr to hopefully put all these bastards behind bars who have been part of spying on Trump's campaign and basically committing treason in an attempt to prevent him from becoming president and to basically tie him up and hinder his entire first 4 years of his administration. John Durham got a ex-FBI lawyer to plead guilty to actually falsifying reports in an effort to get them to be able to spy on Carter Page, who was part of the Trump campaign. And if you know anything about that, that means they could basically spy on Trump with the 2-hop rule. Just totally illegal, totally treasonous. You should actually be shot by American law for what they've done, or hung. It's actually serious. Treason is punishable by death. And it went all the way to the top. I can promise you Obama was part of it. We got him to plead guilty. And for all we know, he's singing like a canary, aka ratting everyone else out. And I hope it is happening. So fingers crossed the storm may actually be upon us. And lastly, I know I haven't, and for the 14 of you that actually follow my other channel about financial updates, I know I haven't given an update since Friday. That is because my in-laws were in town and I did not want to wake them up. So they were sleeping in the room right next to the room I do my audio recordings in. And even though I try to keep my voice pretty muffled at 5 in the morning, if you go listen to that channel, I sound completely different. I did not want to wake them up. So financial updates will resume tomorrow, but that is where I'm at with that channel. And just in case 14 of you were wondering why I haven't been doing an update, a small update for you now. Bitcoin pushed past $12,000. Crypto is taking off. Gold is taking off. Stock markets, the tech stocks are doing really well. It's kind of a bubble, but they are doing well. Just something to be aware of. I think this will be a really big year for cryptocurrency. I think a lot of people think that. But we'll see. And don't ever take anything I say as financial advice. Don't ever throw all your money into something that I tell you. Do your own research, of course. Anywho, tell me what you think about this video format. It's just literally me standing behind the phone on the other side of what you see, using the internal mic built into the phone, which I don't think is actually that bad. And it turns out you can't actually use Airpods with video. Apple prevents you from doing that. You can do it with third-party apps, but it is terrible. So no Airpods. This is literally the internal iPhone mic. Tell me what you think of the audio quality and the video and all that. But I will let you go. I have some other ideas for videos on this channel. The next one is likely going to be about female archetypes. We have the socio-sexual hierarchy for males, and we know a lot about that, which I will probably do a video on that as well. But of course, most of you know that's not my hierarchy. I know who made it. Vox Day made it, and it is probably the most accurate way to navigate relationships with other men, like relationships where you work, that kind of thing, and how you can categorize men. No, leave that alone, buddy. But I have 4 archetypes for women by Stefan Arnio, who unfortunately died recently from cancer. But he was a young entrepreneur who also wrote a bunch of awesome books. And I'm going to talk about the 4 archetypes there because I think I've identified which one my partner is. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.